The Sign of the Times, episode 698 from this undisclosed hotel room. Undisclosed hotel room. Possibly near a place QT knows very well. Very well. For the people that love the snaps, there's Chicken Bob and Chicken Ron. They had their own bed over there. They sure did. They sure did. Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, which you may be watching right about now. Hopefully you all subscribe. Let Stompin' Steve get a sneezy head. You don't want Stompin' Steve to get a sneezy head because he may be Grand Marshal of an upcoming major parade. You don't want him riding down the street in a convertible, chewing at people, blowing them across the street. The Twitter where you can follow me, but not literally, much like Stompin' Steve does, much like Beast Barnett does. They both do, but you don't see Beast over there in this bed reading his botany books. Older CAC program, it's seen some things in its day. The most recent of CAC programs, it's seen far less things in its day. Autographed photo of Jakari Frost. He will be at the next Inclusion Pro Wrestling show defending his title against RBJ, whom, if he gets Paul Burchill, Brian Blair, and Jay Uso in a faction, they can be RBJ. It's something you might want to consider. Pamphlet for the Sign of the Times is a Point Defiant Zoo one. More recent pamphlet for the Sign of the Times, it's a Riyadh season WrestleMania one. Riyadh season hosting WrestleMania next year. I don't think we'll see some of the shows that we saw in the most recent WrestleMania weeks there. But if you flip through this, maybe in Diriyah, a city that embraces the history of Saudi, they'll have some independent shows going. I don't know. We'll find out. Demon and Bunny Coffee, a delicious, delicious coffee. Autograph photo of Kevin Sullivan. Picture of Paul Moonshine and John Lennon before the big fallout. Before they stopped being buddy pals, back when Paul listened to music. I believe his favorite back then was Gloria Gaynor. I think that was his favorite. I'm gonna guess. There's Paul and his freak show. There's Paul and a couple of his boys. Paul and his niece, Casey Carlisle. Back when CaseyCarlisle.com was going, you could get some of those. She sold those. These were popular. You had that option. If you were smaller. If you were QT, because that was one of his favorites. One of Dimitri's favorites. If you were old enough. Ultimate Dragon's favorite. I believe that was Beast Barnett's favorite. There she was. Those were available. When she was angry. Other members of Team Baddies. Not a single solitary good knee in the entire whole bunch. Not one. Autographed picture of Seymour Snow. Proud member of the Gallant roster. And proud member of the people that have bought Sangai's coffee. He's definitely got a bag. He's got a bag of coffee that's Sangai branded coffee. I'm sure he's had a few cups. He probably enjoys it a lot. He probably said, well, what a great coffee. And Seymour's not a coffee expert. Picture of the late Ken Hamlin throwing a rock through the McDonald's saying, this coffee isn't the Sangai coffee. And he's just chucking a rock right through their window. Current book I'm still reading, Hi Bob, by Joey Green. That's Hi Bob by Joey Green. I got it as an interlibrary loan. Here's pictures from the Bob Newhart show. Like, let's say you flip to here. Look at that. There's one when Carol got married. Look at that. And book I got for QT folks, have a little free library by Elizabeth Scarborough. It's Songs from the Seashell Archives. The Seashell Archives. QT's gonna love this one, boy. He's got well over 550 pages to read here. And if he likes pictures, and we know QT loves pictures, he can turn to the back cover there. There's a picture of the author, Elizabeth Scarborough. This one I don't think I would classify it as a new release. If you turn to the date when this was copywritten, 1982. 1982. Tex Thompson was retiring for the first time in 1982, I think. But this week, a busy week, I gotta check out of this hotel room. And then I gotta beeline down to Vancouver, Washington. And then I'll be at Portland Wrestling. Buddy Highway will be there. Maybe Buddy Highway will retire today. It's one of his great passions in life is retiring. He loves to retire more than anyone I've ever met, not named Tex Thompson or Don Basher. Loves it. Like he goes to retirement parties just to announce he's also retiring. He doesn't even have to know the people. He'll just show up to a retirement party like, I need Tate. Also, I'm retiring. And then he just walks out. They're like, who was that? And they're like, I don't know, but he retired today. Monday, pretty much looking free. Tuesday, I not got much. Wednesday, pretty open. Next Thursday, maybe I'll watch some old episodes of The Streets of San Francisco. That was a show that Kurt Frazes watched. He put it in his top 185 shows he's ever watched in his life, I believe. Loves it. Absolutely loves The Streets of San Francisco. Some of Mike Douglas's best work, probably. Friday. Stay tuned. We may have another announcement coming. Stay tuned. So, from this undisclosed hotel room here, where you don't see Beastpaw Net laying in bed reading a book on botany, ordering ring service. Sunday, I got a beeline down to Vancouver for Portland Wrestling. At the Lord's Gym, apparently. I don't know if Lord James Blair's ever trained at this gym, but maybe he did. I'm going to ask around. Monday, pretty free. Tuesday, not much. Wednesday's open. Thursday, I'll watch some episodes of The Streets of San Francisco, perhaps. And then Friday, stay tuned, a possible announcement coming. Pretty much 6:98.